Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's great seeing you again. Have you lost some weight? Well, yeah, I'm just back with an update video right now. I'm going to be watching this press conference on the update of the Charlie Kirk assassination attempt. Well, not an attempt. Just a horrific murder of Charlie Kirk, and this is a update that we're soon going to be getting here, and just tragic. Still trying to process actually what just happened. Curiosity got the best of me, so I did watch the video of what happened, and I wish I hadn't seen it. It's just hard to look at. It's hard to watch. You can see, I guess Charlie was wearing like a bulletproof vest, and when the assassin shot the bullet went like this, and people are saying that it bounced off his armor bodysuit and it bounced up right here to his neck. And yeah, it was a really hard video to watch, and I wish I didn't watch it, but curiosity got the best of me. And yeah, it's just so terrible, and it's just so horrific. Charlie did so much for conservatives, and just not even about politics, honestly. He done so much more than just politics, or just his personal opinion on things. And he was just a great guy, a great dad, a great human being. And it's just tragic that his life had to end this way just because some loser disagreed with him. And I'm hope we get some good updates. I hope they caught the guy. So what I know up to this point is that what I know at this point is that there is a picture of the suspect out there. So there is pictures of him out there. Apparently, they found his rifle or his gun, I believe it was a high power rifle. They found it in the bushes, is what I heard. And on the rifle there were some writings, but they couldn't make out what it was. But I don't know what it said on the rifle. But apparently there were some writings on the rifle and on the clip that they found in the bushes. I also know that they're currently have a suspect, but they're asking for the public help to find this person, because I guess they're still trying to track this person down. Hopefully this person's still in the country, because I'm sure this person probably planned for something like this to happen. So they had a planned escape route for what to do next. But hopefully we can find this person as soon as possible and get some justice, and this person never, ever, ever needs to see daylight again. This person is just a terrible human being, and hopefully we can find him ASAP to get some justice for Charlie and his family and everyone else involved. It's just a tragic situation. Charlie will definitely be missed, obviously, but that's all the updates I personally know. I'm trying to think. Yeah, that's basically all that they have a picture of the suspect, and apparently they found his high power rifle and clips in the woods, and there was some writing on it. Now there's speculation out here. Oh, I think this is the beginning of this, but I'm not sure what this is. Hold on. I don't know if this is the same footage. Okay, maybe it is. Oh, that caught me off guard, honestly, because I was at a 40-minute video. But now I'm at this video. Hold on, I think something happened. I'm going back real quick. I want to try to make sure I get the right video up. I don't know what happened there, but Anyway, like I was saying, that's all really the update I know about the situation and about what's going on actually. And it's just a terrible situation. Again, I keep saying that, but it is just a terrible situation. Wish it would have never happened, but that's the world we live in today. You disagree with somebody, I guess you gotta kill them. At least that's what provide people who have no mental or morality, or has no mental thought of what rationality is. Just a loser, in my opinion. Just, oh, this person, I disagree with this person. Blase blah. So I'm trying to find this would happen in one of my videos. This would happen. I had the video I wanted. For whatever reason, it switched. Maybe it was supposed to do that. I don't know. But I'm going to find the update on this situation. Officials. Okay, let's just watch this one. Okay, I'm just going to find. I don't know what happened to the other one. But maybe this is the same one and they just like cut it off. I'm assuming that's what happened. And if that is what happened, then I just made myself look like a complete idiot going through all that. But it is what it is, right? I am who I am. Because I say I am. If I wasn't, then why would you say I am? But yeah, that's the only that's the only update I have personally about this whole situation. And I'm really hoping that we can just find this guy soon. Like ASAP. I hope he don't get away with this. Because what he did is actually disgusting and terrible and horrible and just so wrong. Just because you disagree with someone does not give you the right to hurt them in any way or fashion. And if you want to prove that they're wrong, then just debate them, you know? That's all. Just have a conversation about it. Don't have to be friends when you're done, but you know, just have a decent conversation about it. You can disagree, but nobody should ever take it to this level. Now, there is a rumor out there that this suspect could be trans. I'm just throwing that out there. That's what I heard. Maybe I'm wrong, but we are about to get the update. Outwalk Cash Patello, I believe that's his name, the FBI director, and they're about to give us an update right here. So I'm about to listen to them and turn it over to them, but yeah, I'm interested to see where they're at in the investigation and how close we are to actually capturing this guy. That's really what I care about, is this capturing this guy and making sure he faces justice. That's the main thing for me personally right now. I mean, other than the grieving for Charlie and his family and all that. Number one, I feel like we need to catch this guy. Like, he needs to face justice for what he did. So I'm going to tune in here now.
As well as some local partners here present with us today. Governor, we'll kick it off.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here tonight. We appreciate the media and the partnership we have with you in helping us to get information out to the public so that we can catch this assassin and hold him accountable. We are going to share.
Yeah, see, and he said the word assassin, which to me that sounds like he was paid to do this. Am I crazy for thinking that? I don't think I'm crazy for thinking that. He just used the word assassin. And the assassins get paid to do a job. That's what it sounds like to me when he says that word. I'm just putting 2 and 2 together. And 2 plus 2 equals 5. So, yeah, but he used the word assassin. Yeah.
A portion of a video and that we have of the suspect as well.
Okay, so they do have footage of the suspect. I knew they had a picture of the suspect, and I seen the picture, and the dude just looks hideous. But Yeah, I knew they had a picture. I did not know that they had the footage. I wonder if they will show the footage.
With some new stills. Those have already been released, but we want to make sure that they get as much attention as possible.
He said it's already been released, but I never seen them.
We can get help from the public in tracking down this evil human being.
Yeah, that's one point I want to bring up too. If I'm sure you guys probably already seen the picture. So if by off chance, as many eyes as possible that we need on this to find this person will help. I mean, because you never know who somebody knows, right? I mean, it could be the least person likely that. I didn't know you knew this person. I can't tell you how many stories I was surprised where somebody knew somebody that I thought they would never know. But that's why I'm saying this now. If you do recognize this person, if you're just stumbled on my channel somehow, I'm like, who is this guy? But if you know who the shooter is on this, I'm just trying to bring some light in the room, because this is such a dark subject. I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just trying to be, trying to lighten the mood a little tiny bit. But, if you know who this person is, obviously call the FBI. This guy needs to face justice. He needs to go to prison for the rest of his life. If you ask me, in my opinion, he deserves the death penalty because, to me, this was a terrorist act against an American citizen from somebody who obviously hates the First Amendment. So, we need to find this person. That's all I'm saying. If you see this person, call the FBI, call 911. We need to find this absolute disgusting person who committed this, awful tragedy. Just awful, man. And we can't let people like that just keep roaming around. And hopefully, that's why it's my main thing. Because I just want to get this person, right? I don't want this person to be able to escape from justice. I feel like that's even just an extra kick to the blow. Oh, I messed up those words, but there's a saying. But I can't think of the saying right now, but it'll just add more fuel to the fire if this person gets away for doing this horrific act. So that's why I'm so hoping that we are able to find this person. They are able to find this person. I do not want this person to get away with just doing this. Just either he said the word assassin, which to me sounds like he's getting paid to do this. I don't want this person to be able to escape with all that money and fly off to some country, some island somewhere where nobody will find him and he's just living his best life with all the money he made and probably whatever else comes with it. That's what I don't want to happen. So we definitely need to find this guy. And that's the only reason why I bring this up. If you know this person, do the right thing. Do not be scared. If that's the situation, do the right thing. Call the FBI or the police department and help us catch this person. If by some random chance somebody knows that guy who's watching this video. Because there's always a possibility of that scenario. Even if it's probably less than 2%. But still, I'm just putting that out there. We need to catch this guy. This murderer.
We're going to cue up the video right now, show that. I've asked Commissioner Bo Mason if he would narrate to you what is happening in this video.
Thank you, Governor. Bo Mason, Commissioner for the Utah Department of Public Safety. If you look up to the top left, you'll see the building where the shooter was chromed out in the top left corner.
On the top left corner, that's where I have my face. I'm going to move my face so we can see. Okay, I think he's talking about this building right up here, maybe. Now, I've seen these photos online before of the building and of the rooftop. It kind of looks like that might be the spot, like right there. Or maybe on the other side somewhere. Because as you see, this is the parking lot, so I don't know why he'd be laying down like right here. Because that wouldn't make sense. So I'm assuming it might be on the other side. This is just the building and the rooftop of that building.
We'll go ahead and play that video and I'll narrate as we walk through that.
Okay, so they do got a video. So somewhere around this building area right here, we're going to see the suspect. Somewhere around here. Not sure where, but let's see if we can spot him. Oh, there he is right there. I saw him. Okay, they zoomed in. Okay, I'm going to rewind that a little bit so I can get a little bit see here.
We'll go ahead and play that video and I'll narrate as we walk through that.
Let's see. Right there. He's right there. Now, when they zoomed in, he came from over this side, right over here. So I know I heard that there's stairs somewhere in the back of this building, and if you climb up those stairs, you'll get to a point to where there's like a 2-foot water thing you have to climb over in order to get on top of the roof. And I think those stairs might be back in here somewhere. But you can see the suspect. He's right there. I'm sorry I can't zoom in. But he's right there and he's running this way. So if I'm not mistaken, I would say I don't see where the roof ends over on this side. But I guess if I had to guess, I guess it would be like probably like right over here somewhere. And I'm trying to see. Maybe they'll show more of the footage so I can guess that part a little bit better. But right now I would say the stairs are somewhere right over here. He climbed up the stairs. He jumped over that little 2-foot wall. And he took off running right behind here. And then I don't know where the footage goes from there. We'll see if there's more footage or is that just the footage. And this was taken at 9, 10, 12, yeah, right around the time. So, see what happens.
So here you see the suspect ran behind that upper...
Okay, you can see him in the mirror. Watch. I'm going to rewind it just a little tiny bit. So you can see it. Now look, where is he at? Okay, at this, I pause it right where he's be. But, right when he's behind the building already, I think. But if you look closely, he starts running, the suspect starts running from right here, and he runs right behind this building. But I'm guessing this building right here is kind of like a two-way mirror almost, because if you look really closely, you can see the suspect running through that area, through the glass. You can see his, I guess his reflection, or even if it's not his reflection, well, I would say it's obviously his reflection because that's glass right there. So it's either his reflection or his shadow. But the point being that you can actually see him continue to run from this side right here, and he's running right here through. If you look real closely, you can see his two little legs running right through here. I guess he's going somewhere. Now again, according to this video, it looks like maybe the roof cuts off right there. So I don't know why he'd be running in this direction. Maybe this point right up here where my little arrow's hitting, you can kind of see where the edge is to the roof, and maybe that's where he laid down at to get an angle. But yeah, if you look real closely, you can see the suspect running right behind this part right here.
Walk through that.
Yeah, look, there he goes. There he goes. Look. Right there.
Upper building.
Yeah.
Come out on
Now he came out to the other side. He just ran through that building. He came off over here, which I still can't determine whether or not this roof is cut off right there or this roof just keeps on going. I still can't really determine that, but he's definitely trying to get into his position. He knew. It seems like to me he already said he was an assassin, so that tells you right there this guy planned this out. He knew what to do. He knew what time to do it. He knew where to go. He knew the direct spot he wanted to do this up. So I have a feeling this guy the suspect had this planned. He just didn't do this off. He just didn't do this off a limb on some random day. On the day. You know what I mean? I feel like this is something the suspect would plan for. Right? You're going to take somebody big out like Charlie. I feel like you're going to plan for it. And that would make sense. I don't think this was just a random thing. On that day, he woke up and decided, hey, I'm going to go and do something terrible today. I don't think he woke up like this. I feel like this is pre-planned murder. Now, either is it higher for plot or is it a solo mission? I mean, time will only tell and evidence will tell. But I feel like this guy had this planned. But you can see he made it over here to the other side now. I don't know about the roof, but we'll see if they have any more footage to show.
Right corner. As he does, he's going to climb off the edge.
Oh, okay. So here, I'm going to rewind this back since we now know what he is doing. So he's running through here, and is this footage might be after the shooting. I thought maybe this footage was before the shooting. But I think this footage actually just might be after the shooting, and what they got on video is him running away. And just because they have this guy, I think this is the guy, only because who's going to be on the roof running away like that, suspiciously? You know what I mean? First off, what is this person even doing on the roof? Do they just let anybody up on the roof? Do you got to be security? Again, we already explained that if you really wanted to, you could just walk up those stairs and then jump over that 2 feet wall you got to get over to get up on the roof. And surely this guy ain't security, because if this guy running away is security, then that security should be fired, because he's not really looking out, because another person was able to get up there too and line up shot and everything else. And you did not see that person. So I don't know what that security guard was doing. But nonetheless, I think this there's a high chance this is the guy. But I guess this footage is after the shooting. And what we're seeing is the suspect trying to run away. So this footage could be after the shooting. But so he runs right here. I'm going to play the footage in a second. But you can see he runs right here, goes through that. And then he jumps over here to this corner right here. I thought maybe this was before, because I thought maybe he was going to go back here to more part of the roof, but he didn't. This has to be after the fact. And he runs through there and he jumps down this corner right here. And probably lands like somewhere behind this corner wall right here. I don't know if they got that, but you see he goes right there. So
upper building, he's going to come out on the right, moves to this far right corner. As he does, he's going to climb off the edge and then drop down to the ground. As he did that, he left some palm.
Okay, so yeah, he's climbing down. Right there he is. He seemed like he had a bag with him, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just going to rewind it here a little tiny bit and watch that again. Actually, you know what? I'm going to watch the whole... Well, no, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to watch from here.
As he does, he's going to climb off the edge.
Yeah, look. He's got a bag with him. Right there. You can see it in the video. He drops the bag. I don't know what's in that bag. But I think if I heard was correct, he left the rifle behind. Or no, he threw it in some bushes. But he still left it behind. But he didn't leave it on the roof, I believe. That's what I heard. I don't know if they'll bring up the fact about the rifle or not. But you can see here. I'm going to rewind it just to show. Hold on. I'm trying to get the angle before he gets to the wall. I mean the corner of the thing. Okay, maybe I went back too far. Here, let me try to pause it on that. Look, you see him right there. I'm going to try to pause it.
As he does, he's going to climb off the edge.
Okay, wait.
And then
right there. Right there. You see it in his hand right there. There's the bag. It looks like the black bag. In the photos that I saw of him, he is wearing a backpack. So I'm assuming that's the same backpack. I don't know what he put inside of it, but you can tell that it's important to him because he's just not basically throwing it over, right? And he wants to make sure to take it with him. So whatever is inside that bag, it's important to him, which means there's something inside that bag he wants to hold on to and take with him. Otherwise, I don't see why he wouldn't have ditched the bag. Now, maybe he did ditch the bag. I'm basing it off of them just finding the rifle and not the bag, because I haven't heard anything about this bag right here that he clearly has and he's clearly putting down before he jumps over this wall. So I don't know what's inside that bag, but hopefully we can find him and the bag.
Down to the ground. As he did that, he left some palm impressions. There's some smudges, some places we're looking to collect DNA. There's a shoe imprint where we believe the suspect is clearly identified as wearing Converse tennis shoes.
Converse tennis shoes. I've heard of them before, type of tennis shoes. I've seen them before, but they're terrible shoes. Just terrible. And he also said they got a footprint. Did they get a footprint because the way he jumped down, and when he jumped down, his foot made a footprint in the grass? I'm assuming that's what he means when he says they found a footprint. That's what I'm assuming he means by that.
Palm impressions. There's some smudges, some places we're looking to collect DNA. There's a shoe imprint where we believe the suspect is clearly identified as wearing Converse tennis shoes.
Okay, so I'm assuming that's where the footprint came from, is when he jumped down, his foot made a footprint in the grass. So that must be like really soft grass and kind of muddy. Or maybe it don't have to be muddy, but I'm just saying about the grass texture. And depending on how hard, but nonetheless, they got a footprint. So, I mean, that's good. And it sounds like here he's talking about them getting DNA on this guy. So, if they get DNA, they're going to find out who this guy is really, really quick. So, hopefully, that DNA will lead to this person's identity.
Again, we'll replay that again so you can get another view of that. It's important to note his black t-shirt, his black pants, and there appears to be some white on the soles of those Converse tennis shoes. Those are all identifiable items that we're looking for. In the stills that are going to follow this, you're going to see a very distinctive t-shirt with an American flag and appears to have an eagle on it. There's also a baseball...
Wearing an American flag t-shirt while doing this. Is this American? No, it's not. Now, I don't know if he wore it for some type of camouflage or if he just wore it to be an asshole. Either way, this guy is stupid as hell. Thinking, if this guy really thinks he's an American, this guy is dumber than a box of rocks, which he is dumber than a box of rocks. So I believe this guy actually think he was doing, maybe he just thought, he's doing something patriotic. But this guy's no an American. He's a terrorist. What he did was a terrorist act. So therefore, this guy is a terrorist.
Cap with a triangle on it and a pair of sunglasses. All distinctive, all the things that we would ask the public to look for and try to identify. If they know someone who has those items, who has been seen wearing those items, we're looking for all that information.
Yeah, every single call helps, really. Like if you end up seeing just a random person running through your backyard, call the cops, because you just never know. That could be the guy. And just definitely call the FBI 911 if you see any suspicious behavior from the guy in the video and the photo. and he's taking off. So you can see. I was talking about that right there. Well, let's see where he takes off. After he hits the ground, though, he's going to take off this direction, right over here.
All distinctive, all things that we would ask.
There he goes. He's taking off, running this way. Running this way. And I'm going to pause it here. As soon as so he's running this way. So he ran from back here, and he going this way. I don't know if he's going for like one of these cars over here. Either he can't be going for the truck, or if he's just trying to run on foot. But he knows what he's doing. You can see that he knows his escape route. I wonder if he's going for a car, or if he's just trying to run off here, off to the distance somewhere else. Because if he does go for his car, then he came up here parked probably. I mean, if I had to look at a person like this vehicle, I guess maybe his car's the blue one, but maybe he's just running on foot. I don't know, but either way, he jumped out of the building. He ran this way. He's going this way. I don't know if he's going for a car or if he's just trying to run off.
The suspect, after dropping off the building, he moved around across this grassy area, around the parking lot. We're going to pan to the right.
Okay, so he's not going for a car. He's just running. So he's running on foot. He didn't bring no vehicle with him. I'm assuming maybe he like parked it like a little bit down the ways down the street, and just walked the rest of the way. Maybe he is running to that car to where he parked it. But it's like off a couple blocks, you know what I mean? But right now he's just running. He's running this way. You can see there was a car coming in through the parking lot. Man, if only that car would have like just had an intuition of who this person was running, and they were able to get out of the car and just tackle his ass and probably get a few licks in, if you know what I'm talking about. But because this person definitely deserved it. If there was somebody who deserved that, it'd definitely be this guy. But yeah, these cars are just going along. So he's running off here. He didn't have any of these cars over here, so he's running off into the distance. I don't know if he's running to a vehicle, to a house, to maybe a pickup car. Maybe there's somebody else involved that was waiting to pick him up, and take him away. I mean, that could be one way you could smuggle out of the city, right? Just jump into a car that's already going to be waiting for you. Then you hide in the back seat or in the trunk or something, until you're out of the city. But, yeah, we'll see here. So now you notice that behavior right there? Hold on, I just want to point this out. I'm rewinding this real quick. Watch this. Watch what this guy does. Watch. He's running, right? He's been running throughout this entire video. He's been running. But as soon as he gets to the sidewalk, watch what he does. Watch what he does. Watch. Look, you notice that? You notice that? He stopped running. He's trying to blend in with the crowd. Now that he's on the street, he's just walking at a very fast pace. And people walk at different speeds. So he's just walking. So he went from running to walking really fast to just try to blend in, acting normal. This guy, I mean, I don't want to say that he's trained, but to me, when I see this video, it seems like this guy knows what he's doing. Like he planned this. He planned for this. He planned this out. But see, most criminals always make that one small mistake. And this guy, hopefully he makes that mistake. And I think he will, because he might think he's slick, but we're going to catch you, buddy, and you're going to pay for what you've done. But the nerve of this guy, it just shakes me up. I mean, he's running, gets to the sidewalk, is just, just walking really fast, trying to blend in, like no eyes on me. I'm not doing anything weird or funny. The nerve of this guy, I can't believe he just did that, man. I wonder if he'll take off running again. Because I know further up in the video, there is a person. I don't. No, that's the. Hold on, I need to press play.
Around the parking lot.
Yeah, look at him walking. Look. And there was a person right here just walking along. He probably saw that person, was like, oh crap, I gotta act normal. Now I gotta run. Now I gotta walk, And it could be just because he's out of breath, but I just think he's trying to blend in. But it could be just, maybe he's out of breath because he's fat. But I don't know. But right here, he's walking like he's normal. Oh, wow, they got more footage.
This is where he moves over into the wooded area.
The wooded area. Okay, I'm assuming this right over here is the wooded area because there's a bunch of trees right here in this area. So I'm guessing he walked here. Looks like he's getting ready to walk the street. He's right there. So is he gonna like kind of just go up here? Which I'm assuming this is the wooded area because there's a bunch of trees right there. So he's gonna go up there. So wait, I wonder if he still has the rifle or not. Was that the rifle instead of the bag? Maybe I'm just asking too many questions and just need to watch the video. But I can tell that, yeah, he's definitely headed up that way.
Video evidence that we utilize to track his movements and to locate that firearm in that wooded area following the discovery of this evidence. You want to go to this?
Okay, so they did find the firearm in the wooded area. So that was he was carrying. I wonder if that looked like a bag to me, but maybe that was his rifle that he had with him. But he also had a bag with him in the photos that I've seen of the guy. So I guess they didn't find his backpack, but they found his rifle. Because clearly in the photos, you can see him wearing a backpack. And they didn't say anything about the backpack, but they did find his rifle in the area that he walked off into. And I guess that's where they lost the footage of the guy. And they found his rifle, so that's a good thing. We know the murder weapon. Hopefully there's some DNA on there that they can find to catch this guy.
So here's the still photo.
Right there. This is the photo I've seen online of this person. As you can see, he's wearing those shoes. I forget the name of the shoes. But right there, he thinks he's I don't know, the camouflage, thinks he's American, but he's an idiot. And you can see right there his little bobcat and his messed up hairline. And right here, you can see the rifle, I believe, and the backpack. So he took the rifle with him when he was jumping off that roof. I thought maybe that was a bag. Maybe it was a bag and I just didn't see the rifle. Maybe I thought it... No, I thought it was the bag. But I thought maybe he didn't have his rifle with him. But I didn't see no rifle in that video. But maybe I missed it. I could have just missed it. But either point, he ran off into the woods and ditched his rifle. And that's where the cops found it. In the wooded area. And right here is just whatever you want to call this guy. I'll just call him a guy because this makes me mad even looking at it, to tell you the truth.
I mentioned these have been enhanced. So these are slightly different than what we introduced earlier. Please pay close attention to the t-shirt, like I said, very distinctive with that American flag and that eagle. The hat with the triangle and the sunglasses. If you go to the next picture, please. The backpack.
Yeah, right there. There's the backpack. See, I knew he had a backpack. They're about to talk about the backpack too, so I wonder if they found the backpack or not. But this backpack was definitely in that video of him putting the backpack down before he jumped off the building. Which that footage was after the fact. That was of him running away after the fact. I just wanted to make that clear because I might have said before that it was before the shooting, which that was a misunderstood by me on my part. But yes, you can see the backpack. I cannot make out the name of the backpack. It's kind of blurry, so it's really hard to see what the name brand of this backpack is. But you can see it's full of stuff because just how beefed out the backpack is. So there is a lot of things in there. Now, I don't know, can you like fold a power rifle? I know that might seem like a ridiculous question, but I'm not 100% on guns. I'm not like an expert or anything. I'm just basing it off movies I've seen of them having high power rifles where you can fold it in half or like fold it in some type of way, where it can fit into like small places. I've seen that in movies. That's the only reason why I asked that question. Could the rifle be inside his backpack? But if not, nonetheless, you can guess what was inside his backpack. Clips, maybe a scope, maybe, I don't know, water, maybe clips, definitely, scope, definitely, I would say. Maybe like a map of some sort of his escape route or like where to set up at, Because again, this guy definitely planned this. He just didn't do it out of the blue. But I hope that they caught the backpack. Maybe they found the backpack. But I'm going to find out what he says here about the backpack. I'm going to rewind it because I really am interested in that backpack. I want to know if they found the backpack. But they did find the rifle, so that's a good thing. A really good thing. We found the murder weapon. Hopefully there's some DNA on it. And I want to hear about the backpack.
The hat with the triangle and the sunglasses. You'll go to the next picture, please. The backpack as well. All identifying features that we're hoping the public can help us identify and lead us to this suspect. Next picture. And again, there's a better picture of the hat with that triangle.
What did he say about the backpack? I'm sorry. I was totally zoned out. I was thinking about whether or not they got the backpack. I'm sorry.
Please pay close attention to the t-shirt. Like I said, very distinctive with that American flag and that eagle.
Right.
The hat with the triangle and the sunglasses.
Right.
Go to the next picture, please.
Okay, here we go.
The backpack as well. All identifying features that we're hoping the public can help us identify and lead us to this suspect. Next picture. Okay,
so no, they did not find, unfortunately, they did not find the backpack. But I can't really read. Maybe you guys can try to figure out what type of backpack that is. What kind of backpack is that is. I mean, of a backpack that I know, I think Levi, the Levi brand, I think they make backpacks. I might be mistaken on that. I'm not actually sure, but I'm pretty sure I've seen a backpack with the logo Levi on it. I don't know if that person just put the logo there themselves, but I've definitely seen a backpack with Levi. Now, is that the type of backpack this guy has on his back? I'm not 100% sure on that because, again, I cannot read the label because it's too blurry, but maybe somebody out there, can figure out what kind of backpack this guy has on.
And again, there's a better picture of the hat with that triangle.
But my question is, where did these pictures come from? Like, who took these photos? I'm assuming that the photos that they have just came from security cameras around the college. That's the only way, because I'm not like somebody took out their phone and just took a picture of a random person. But I'm assuming they got this footage and the photos from the security cameras around the campus. But yeah, you can see right there, long white guy. Right there, you can kind of see underneath his cap. It looks like he might got like a pointy nose. I wonder if they got a clear picture of his face. Because right here is kind of hard to see. I can make out like maybe a pointy nose a little bit, and I don't know. I mean, right there, it's just kind of... I don't want to say that he's wearing a mask. But I mean, that's a possibility, right? If this guy's an assassin, and if he's trained to do these type of things, and if he planned this out, wouldn't you want to try to go to the lengths of concealing your identity the best you can by just, what they call it, a misdirection, right? You're looking for this person, when really, it's the person under the mask. I mean, we all seen Wizard of Oz. We all know the man behind the curtain. So maybe it's one of those scenarios. I mean, that's just a small possibility. I'm just trying to rationalize and think about all this stuff and trying to rationalize it, you know. Try to make it make sense. But yeah, so right here, I don't know if they got a better photo of him or not.
Logo, and again the t-shirt, blue jeans, and you get a good look at those Converse tennis shoes as well. We have pushed these out, we'll continue to push these out, and we just ask for the public's cooperation through the public. The tips that have been coming in are what are giving us our next leads and enabling us to continue to further this.
Yeah, you hear that? So any tip that they get about this person, it moves the search forward. So, you know, keep bringing in tips. If you got a tip, call the FBI, call the police department, give them your tip, and that really helps them move the investigation a whole lot further so we can catch this guy ASAP.
Investigation. We've had great cooperation from the public, and we're continuing.
That's it. I really like hearing that they had great cooperation from the public. That lets me know that there's a lot more of us who are rationally thinking about this and rationally taking the steps to help any way we can, because we recognize what tragedy this is, what horrible situation this is, and we recognize that this guy is a terrorist and he committed a terrorist act, and that just makes me prouder to be an American, because I know that not all is lost. There's still good American, good people out there who believe in justice, who know the difference between right and wrong, and are willing to help if they can help in any way they can help. So that's a great thing that the public is helping. You know, with so many geniuses out there in the internet, like hackers and spammers and all that stuff, like, I feel like there's people out there in the internet that can find out stuff a lot quicker than the media, right? They just go through, they see one thing and they can like hack into it and go really deep down in your personal details and all that. Where you been, what sites you seen, and all that, just off of like one tweet, one comment section, or just one video, or just one thing you posted on Facebook or YouTube, or just not MySpace. I don't know why I said MySpace. That's my nostalgia talking. But yeah, just, you know, anything you said on the internet, they can like take that information and just break it down really, really fast. You know, and find out who you are just by that one. And yeah, you don't believe me? Have you ever heard of the thing called the deep dark web? Yeah, that's where those people are that can do that type of stuff. But nonetheless, it's really great news that the public is helping the FBI. I love to hear that.
To ask for that as we move forward. Thank you, and I'll turn the time back over to Governor Cox.
Thank you so much, Commissioner.
Okay, now I don't know if Kash Patel is going to speak or not. So I'm going to check and see, because I really just want to hear from him, honestly. That's the footage that they have, the evidence, and I don't think he's going to speak. No, okay. I don't see him speaking. Maybe he speak in another video, but Let's see what this guy has to say. Maybe he'll bring some new information other than the videos, which that's a great start for them too. Having all that, yeah, that's a good start.
Had several briefings, and he's had an opportunity to walk the crime scene. We appreciate our local law enforcement here. Again, we have Mike Smith, who is the county sheriff here. We have all of our local chiefs of police that are here as well, all working hand in hand with the state and with the FBI as we
need to get everybody on this. We need to find this person. Do not let this person escape. That's my worst fear right there, is that this person just gets away with it.
Forward with this investigation. Now, just give you a little more. We will not be taking any questions at this time.
Okay, so they're not going to be taking any questions.
We're giving you the latest information we have.
Okay, so this is the latest up-to-date information that they have, according to them. So this is the up-to-date, and this was posted, I believe, like an hour ago. And yeah, that's what information they have. So it seems like to me, everything is going forward at a, if not fast pace, but like a steady space. It continuously moving in the right direction. It seems like, because they got the rifle, they got the footprint, they got some DNA. I heard them say. Or they're trying to get some DNA off the rifle that they found in the wooded area. They did not find the backpack. And they got footage of this guy running away after the fact. And they got also photos of the suspect, which is just, in my opinion, it seems like this is the guy. This is the guy. There's a reason why they're after him. They just showed us why. I'm going to go ahead. In my opinion, I think this is the guy. 100%. Yeah, I feel in my heart this was the guy, and he just didn't do this out of the blue, out of nowhere. And so I feel like this is our guy, and we really, really need to catch him. But the FBI and police department, they're doing a great job, and they're doing a good job, you know. Hopefully it won't take too long to catch this guy. Hopefully this guy does not get away with this terrible act that he committed and just destroying people's lives, taking a kid's parent away from them, a father, taking a wife's husband away from them. Just terrible act, and I really hope we can catch this person so we can throw the book at them. You know, this person should never ever see daylight again, in my opinion. But that's it. They're still on the hunt, up to me recording up to this point in the video. That could change at any moment, because I believe they're staying on top of this. They're not going to stop looking. You know, they're not going to pause and like, oh, well, we need like a day off or anything. Or like at least like a 5-hour break. No, they probably switch people in and out. You know what I mean? Kind of like a factory job or whatever, where you have first shift, second shift, and third shift. But yeah, man, hopefully they find this person really soon. What happened to Charlie, man, it's just disgusting. And anybody who praises this horrible violence is just an unmoral person. They have no morals in their life. They don't care about other people in their lives. If they condone this type of behavior just because you disagree with another person. And there are, unfortunately, people like that in America. And those people are just plain idiots. That's all they are. And they lack morality. They don't know the difference between right and wrong. They're just psychotic and sick people, just like this person who the FBI will catch someday. I'm putting it out there right now. We will catch this guy. And he will face justice for this horrific crime that he committed. May Charlie Kirk, you know, rest in peace. And obviously, thoughts and prayers are with his family. And that is the latest update of the Charlie Kirk murder, assassination, a terrorist assassination of Charlie Kirk, because it was a terrorist act, and this a-hole needs to pay.